we will discuss how to save energy and whether, in reality, is energy saving important or not. Well, charity became at home, and unless until you are very careful of what you are doing, you end up doing the wrong things. See, the global warming these days is a result of wrong acts and wrong uh, assumption by human beings. So most of the people who are there involved in all these power projects and making more electrical items, more consumption of water, doing more emissions of transport gases, there will be some result in which uh, we will be affected. We live in a globe. We are not living in a flat world. We live in a globe. And as this globe is a rotation structure, what happens is that these things, be it water, electricity, or the uh, air pollution which you are taking, have to be reside in this 360-degree cycle. So in this 360-degree cycle in which we people are living, we have to check how to conserve and how to manage our resources, because we are not just blowing up the polluted airs and fuels and emissions from the greenhouse gases. We are also plagiarizing ourselves in certain dimensions and time. See, this planet is us, and in this planet, we have to make sure that we live in a peaceful as well as in a good atmosphere. So first and foremost is to conserve energy. So we have to see that how we can conserve energy. There are various strategies to conserve energy and various resources to conserve energy. Let us start with, say, commercial building. Commercial buildings are using lots of uh, electricity, and they do pay a high price for the high use, because these are the buildings in which many people will come, and they require 24 hours. I am speaking about the malls and the shops as well as the manufacturing industries will be there, and there will be lots of uh, power consumption as well as water consumption and fuel consumption. So to take a note on how to be more efficient, bring more efficiency into this, be more conservative into this, we have to make records of things. We have to record each and everything, how much power is consumed, how much uh, you know the water is being drained out and in, how much wastewater is there, since it is our duty to make the things clean so that we can reuse again. We are, the food we intake in the end becomes fertilizers, what I have to say. But that fertilizer we eat again. So we have to make the things so much that they do not affect our bodies. And this world has water, energy, air, everything which are needed for our survival. So first of all, we have to take into account the efficient manner and responsibility both as an individual and organization for conserving water resources, for doing uh, the waste management, and mitigating emissions. We do not have to be taking into anomalies of emissions and the irregularities of meters and equipments which are taking place. We have to be responsible by ourselves in whichever part of world we live. Say we live in Europe, in USA, anywhere we are living, we have to take into account to preserve. Preservation and cleanliness. See, the water, when I was in Europe, the water was unfortunately not as clean. But in news these days, I am seeing that since my return from Europe, the water has gone much cleaner. So I have no idea what has actually happened until I go back to Europe and drink the water of European countries. So this is what the reality is. Then again, when I was in countries like, you know, we have to say Middle East, the water was though not as clean, but in the end, the government tried to make it much cleaner. They have certain aspect to make the water much cleaner, but they don't have the resources or there was no policy which I could see in the Middle East, which was going to make things better in energy conservation. Though they are fuel producing countries in Middle East, and they are also using the seawater to supply to citizens of Middle East. But in general, we see that the Middle Eastern countries do not or follow a certain norm. The water over there, which I also found, was not as much as clean as the tap water since the last return. Until unless I go and check it out that they are following certain international standards, I cannot claim because these things you have to feel yourself. If you're not feeling the warm uh, in the due heat during these days, I think you're not living or you have come from another planet to live in this space. Because in here in India, I think due to global emissions and due to fuel consumption, the air has become much polluted, and due to air pollution, the heat has risen a lot in India. Temperature these days sometimes is 45 degrees centigrade, sometimes it's 48 degrees centigrade even, which was not so much say 10 years ago. But these days there is high rise in temperature. Water again in India is going of bad quality. In India also, there is no international following of any standard, and unless until the whole world unite and they follow international standard, which is ISO 50001, they will not be coming to a single uh, point of agreement. So there to come at a single point of agreement, one has to follow certain rules and norms. And ISO 50001 does lay down energy conservation, energy management, and how to bring down your cost and increase the efficiency of your work. The ISO 50001 does not require any management representative. It only requires your energy policy, which is laid down by my management, and there are norms which any organization, whether it be a small or a large, can follow. Though there is lots of incentives given these days for energy conservation, but ISO 50001 needs a new perspective to look upon. And ISO 50001 is the perspective in which people from across the world, be it United States, be it Canada, be it Ghana, be it Zimbabwe, be it Australia, be it United Kingdom, be it Finland, be it Russia, be it China, Japan, anywhere across the world, they can come and have a common judgment to see the things in a common framework. And I think ISO 50001 has generally lots of things in it which requires lots of formulas to follow, lots of policies, lots of things in which we can conserve energy. It's a very normal standard, and for the energy management system, the energy performance indices are taking place. The performance of your organization will also increase. People will participate more in your energy management system from any part of your organization, be it a 10 people organization or a 10,000 people organization. Everyone will use and utilize to bring more efficiency and take more salary into their account. So, if you want to live in a better world, across the world, people should use a common standard, be it a power plant, be it a wastewater management, be it fuel emissions. They should follow ISO 50001, and ISO 50001 is a general framework in which energy management system could be done. For more things, you can always contact me. I again tell you my numbers are here. You can check my numbers which are here, and these numbers you can always utilize, and I'll help you out. Thank you.